Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Gen X Unfiltered, the podcast. Today we're diving into something that every Gen Xer has in common, our first jobs. But joining us today, we have two special guests, Chad and Cristina from the Retro Nostalgia podcast. Pardon me. Hi guys, and welcome.
Hey guys, good to see you again.
I thought you said the Redneck podcast.
Retro Nostalgia podcast. I got tongue-tied there. I was trying to talk too fast. How are you guys?
Good. We got some whiskey, so.
You guys are feeling good.
Day
then.
drinking.
We missed that. We should have got something to join you guys.
We should have.
We should have.
Memo on that one. Absolutely.
Like we said in the intro today, we were talking about Gen Xers and their first jobs, which I haven't thought about in a really, really long time.
Oh yeah, I try to forget my first jobs. I think on purpose.
Let's just go right off the top, and I'll ask everybody what their first paid job was. Steve, go ahead.
My first official paid job was flipping burgers at McDonald's.
All right, Eric.
I was a youth soccer referee.
Did you get paid for that?
Yeah, not much.
Oh. What about you guys?
Mine was SeaWorld in Orlando, Florida. I worked the food booth behind Shamu.
That's fun.
That's really cool.
I kind of had two first jobs because I was a paper boy in 6th grade, but then my first real W-2 job was a supermarket cashier.
All right, yeah. I think my very first job, like that I got paid for, although I think it was just tips, was delivering our local community newspaper. I think I was probably in like grade 7.
I did that too for my community. Yeah,
it was like tips, but
it was like a once a week job.
But my first actual I got official paycheck, had to pay taxes on, was I worked at a department store here, Zellers.
Oh, I miss Zellers.
A very Canadian department store. I don't know if you guys have heard of that.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah,
it's kind of like, I guess, what the 90s version of Target would be, maybe something like that.
Yeah, they closed down. When did Zellers close?
Like 2010-ish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a department store with like electronics and clothes.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it was like they even had a little, back when they had like diners in the department stores, they had one of those, and I was a cashier.
Yeah. Walmart still has like Starbucks or Domino's, or not. Yeah, Domino's.
Subway, it just depends.
Yeah. Charlie's steaks.
I miss all those old department stores.
Yeah.
Fun fact, though, when our Zellers went out of business, Target came to Canada for a very brief, short time. I don't know if you guys knew that. Took over the Zellers, and I think Target lasted like 2 years.
It was a short run.
Target,
And then they hoofed it out of here. They were like, no, we're good, but we miss it.
You don't have Target?
No.
They tried to launch here, and I've heard different stuff, but they completely screwed it up. They didn't have all their inventory, all their software that tracks all this stuff was completely wrong. And I think it's to do because of the American to Canadian conversion for centimeters and feet and inches and all this stuff. So
there might have been something with French and English in there as well.
There was that with the pricing for French and English. So the stores were always half empty and stuff. So they made it for about 2.5 years, and then they just packed up and left and wasted.
So they can only handle the U.S. market.
I know. I miss it. Like I love Target's graphic tees. I miss those.
Yeah, every time we go to the States, Target would be like one of our stops. But
yeah. For those of you listening that don't know, we're in Canada, and Chad and Cristina are in Florida.
Yep.
Yes,
so,
right outside Orlando.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So
we're not too far from there.
Here's a fun question about our first jobs. Do you guys remember what your hourly rate was at your first job?
I want to say it was $6.25. Was that?
I think it was $6.85.
$6.85, something, $6.85. Was that minimum wage back then?
Student minimum wage.
Minimum wage. Yeah.
It was $6.85.
Yeah, that was actually no. I lied. Zellers paid $7, so I made a little bit more than student minimum wage. I was so excited.
Get that bag.
What about you guys?
Okay, you guys made good money. In 1996, the federal minimum wage was $5.25 an hour, and that's what SeaWorld would pay me, was $5.25 an hour.
Oh, man.
That's what they would do, minimum wage.
All right, so I just looked it up. It says that in 1993, the minimum wage in New York State was $4.25 an hour.
Oh, my God.
I feel like I made more than that. I don't remember making like that low, but
I do.
The supermarket I worked at, if you worked Sundays, you got an extra $1 an hour. So I would always work Sundays.
Because here we had, I forgot it, but we had like a student minimum wage, then minimum wage, right?
Yeah, exactly. The student wage was less.
Yeah.
Like it was like $6 maybe.
Yeah.
$6.25.
Yeah, so I think the student minimum wage was $6.85, and then I think the adult one was like $7 because that's why I got the adult. I don't know exactly, but I'm just saying there was a little minor difference.
I do remember there being a student wage that was like a couple cents.
It was
less
less,
an hour or
yeah.
something like that,
A student wage versus an adult wage. Do they still do that?
Yeah, they do. Under
Cool.
18, it's a different minimum wage than over 18, I think.
Yeah.
And we used to have there's also like a server wage. That's gone now though, right?
Yeah.
We used to have like if you got like a server where you got like tips, you would actually get paid less per hour.
Yeah, that's how it is here.
But they've changed that now. I think now minimum wage is just standard for everyone.
So even if you're a server, you have to get at least minimum wage.
Yeah.
So here's so I don't know the exact number, but our minimum wage now in Ontario, Canada is 17 something ish. I think it's around there.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's like 17.50, we'll just say.
Yeah. United States,
dollars,
it's like $7, and it's so bad.
Well,
what is it? $7.25?
It varies from state to state. Each state has their own minimum wage,
but there's federal.
Yeah, but the federal is always way lower than the state, so you're always going to get what the state says.
Yeah.
So ChatGPT says it's 14 an hour right now, but starting September 30th, it goes up to 15 an hour, and it's $10.98 an hour for
that's in Florida
employees
in Florida.
Yeah. Yeah, I know our minimum wage has gone up quite a bit over the past couple of years. They keep raising it, which people are thankful for, but it still doesn't, it's not a living wage. I don't think anybody's minimum wage is a living wage these days.
No.
The price of everything going up. No.
Yeah.
No, it's so expensive.
So for your first jobs though, was that like, I remember I got a job because my mom told me when I hit high school, she's like, if you want to go to the movies with your friends, you have to pay for it. I'm not paying for it. I'm out. Like, you got to pay. If you want to go to your dances and all that stuff, you got to pay for that. So I didn't have a dream job to do. I just went to the Zellers because it was around the corner from my house. I applied and I got it. But did you guys, did you want to work at McDonald's specifically, or it was just the job you got?
No, I remember I was 15 turning 16 because my parents were like, we'll either get you an electric guitar, or pay for your driver's ed. And I was like, well, I know I will spend more money on the guitar than my parents would.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll let you guys pay for the driving lessons, and I went and worked at McDonald's to buy a guitar.
And then you quit after you.
Yeah, it was only there for the summer, and after that, I was like, yes.
So you got your guitar and left.
Yeah. I remember that quitting. The guys like, I thought you were going to stay. I'm like, nah.
I got my guitar.
Sorry, guy.
I'm out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I remember. Yeah. What about you though?
For me, it was my parents were very much like, you got to start saving money for school.
Oh, your parents were so responsible.
I know. So you're gonna get your butt to work, boy.
Yeah.
What about you guys? Did you, like I said, was working at SeaWorld something you wanted to do, or just happened to fall into your lap?
No, my dream job when I was in high school was to work in the movie theater and work the projector up and above, so I could just go up there and watch movies all the time. But they wouldn't hire me. So SeaWorld was definitely my third choice.
Yeah. Was that a really long commute for you?
It was. We had to ride a bus. It was like a high school program where we would get on a bus and go to SeaWorld and work for 4 or 6 hours a day, and then come back, go home, and then come back the next day and do it. So it's like an hour commute each way.
Did you get free passes there?
We did, but I never used them because I just came to resent that entire place. I'm like, I'm never coming back here. So I never actually used it.
Yeah.
We did.
I could see that.
Well, as you can see from behind me, I never really grew up. Even as a little kid, I was into comics and movies. And I don't know if you had it up in Canada, but do you ever have the 8 CDs for a penny club, Columbia House?
Yes, Columbia House.
Yeah, that's the way. I even as a little kid, I had to pay for this music. So at first I was a paper boy, and then in high school, I worked at a supermarket. So I needed money to pay for comics and CDs and going to movies and
Columbia House.
Yeah, things like that. So it wasn't my parents never twisted my arm to get a job. It's I wanted to work because I wanted the money. I mowed lawns and stuff like that too.
Oh, good for you. I mean, I wouldn't say where I worked, it was because I know a lot of places working in the movie theater was the best place to work as a teenager because all the kids worked there. So it was just fun hanging out. But where I worked, it was just a bunch of old ladies. So it wasn't super fun. It was yay.
I remember my buddy Dave, his little brother worked at the movie theater, and he would come home at the end of the night with like literally a garbage bag full of old popcorn that we're gonna throw out.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I remember being over there a few times, like, oh my god, he's like,
It's so much popcorn.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, like literally like a garbage bag full of popcorn. And it's like
My
we
sister
just
would do
eat it.
that in posters too, and cardboard cutouts of like
Yes,
Batman
that's right.
and
'Cause they'd
stuff.
have like the big, yeah. I remember people doing the same thing. They'd
Those
have like
are
the
all
cutouts
collector's
of like
items,
whatever
yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was a
man.
coveted job. It was so hard to get though in Florida.
It was.
You couldn't
Yeah.
get
And
it.
'cause- well, especially back then, like going to the movies was, I don't know about you guys, but like it was huge. So every Friday, Saturday night, you would see your whole
Yeah.
entire school at the movie theater.
Mhm.
And it was always the people that worked there were like the cool kids. And they were
Yep.
like, yeah, it was a whole.
Oh yeah, no,
thing.
going to the movies was like, yeah, it was like the thing. Like I remember from like probably around 11 or 12 would be like when I remember getting like dropped off with friends.
Yeah.
It usually be like the early show for like what 7:30, 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
From there to like even through college and stuff, like the movies was still like a thing to do, like on a Friday or
Yeah.
Saturday night. Like, you know,
Yeah.
we always go to the movies. It's
Yeah.
it's weird how much that has changed. I know there's still movie theaters, but like
It's different.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I miss those. It was fun though. Yeah, you'd see your friends there and
Yeah.
all sorts of crazy stuff would happen too. There'd be people from other school. I've never seen like people have like fist fights sometimes and like
Well,
you know, like the
It's
other
better
schools
than the
with
movie.
mix and stuff
I'd
like
go to
that.
the movies with my friends. My parents would drop me off, but you know, you'd meet like boys there that parents didn't know about. It was like this fun little, and I mean, half the time you didn't even end up going into the movie. You're just hanging out front. It was like,
I remember my sister did that when you were a kid. There's a long because there's the Chuck E. Cheese was right beside the movie theater where we live.
Oh, nice.
It's gone now, but I remember my sister fell and split her lip, her chin in the parking lot.
Oh no.
She like was running from one to the other and fell, and you know those like big cement
Yep.
like parking barriers.
Yeah.
Split her chin right open on it.
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always remember that.
Do you guys remember? I mean, I probably can't remember. I can't remember specifically, but do you remember what your first paycheck was? Like how much, or at least like what a paycheck would be? I remember my paychecks were like $125, and I thought I was so rich every 2 weeks.
Oh,
I don't really remember. I don't really remember a dollar amount.
Mine was in the 70s after taxes were taken out because I only worked part time.
Yeah.
So probably $75. But again, I was in high school. I worked from home. So to me, that was a lot of money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I remember feeling like a good amount of money, but I mean, like I said, I worked all summer, so I worked like 2-3 months to buy a guitar.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
probably cost like $200 maybe.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah, I wasn't raking it by any means.
Well, and back then too, like it's not like kids now where like we didn't have cell phones to pay for. Like my money was literally just if I wanted to go to the mall with my friends.
Oh yeah,
and buy
yeah, that's
stuff.
totally all. Yeah, there was nothing. Yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't have any
Movies,
like,
CDs,
recurring monthly
clothes.
costs.
Video
Yeah.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly.
Yeah. Weird question. Like in the States, do you get paid weekly or was it like bi-weekly? Because here it's
Depends
every
on
2
the
weeks all
company.
time.
Yeah,
Really?
they got paid
Okay.
weekly.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Some jobs pay you bi-weekly and some pay you every week. It just depends
Yeah.
on the organization.
Well,
Okay.
most part-time
Yep.
jobs, retail jobs, they
Yeah.
probably pay you weekly.
They would probably pay you weekly.
like an
yeah.
office job or a salary job. That's probably bi-weekly. Or just,
Ah.
I've even
okay,
seen people
cool.
who get paid once a month.
Crazy.
Yeah.
No way.
Oh yeah.
They would
Yeah.
tax that like crazy.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I mean, if to
that-
make it like last the month, I don't know. I couldn't do it.
no, I would not.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I would not
Yeah.
want to be paid monthly. That would just be a pain in the butt. Yeah.
No.
So how many Sorry, there's a cat running around and she just unplugged something. Is it important?
It's my laptop. It's fine. for
Okay.
now.
we're
Yeah,
fine.
it's good. If the battery goes low, we'll have to like make an adjustment. We're good. We're good though.
So how many like we'll just go from like when you got your first job to like I don't know, we'll say like college if you went or whatever. But like did you keep the same job or did you have different jobs? Like I worked the same job until I got like an adult job.
For me, I had multiple jobs. I worked in like I said, I worked at McDonald's. I worked in once I got older, like in like later in high school and stuff. I did a bunch of different. I worked in summertime. I worked in a couple of different factories. I had a job working for some really rich doctor that owned a bunch of like properties up here. So we would like maintain he owned a couple of different plazas and stuff like that. He had some places in Toronto. We would like maintain the yards and all the stuff there.
Yeah.
I did all sorts of different jobs. I drove a city bus for a summer once.
Yeah.
That was
Wow.
fun. Yeah, I've kind of done a whole bunch of different things.
Oh, same. I did like I said soccer, right? I was a soccer referee. I also worked at a bingo hall, like so. That was it's not as fancy as you think.
No.
Lots of cigarette smoke.
Oh my god, I used to like reek like smoke whenever I left. Like I had so many like shirts and jeans that were just like ruined. I worked at a bingo hall. What else did I do? I worked in an English pub, Canadian Tire, which is sort of like it's like a department store up here. It's I'm trying to think if there's an equivalent in the States.
It's weird. It's sort of like Home Depot, but with more like home furnishing stuff.
Yeah,
it's kind of like
more patio stuff, more car stuff than Home Depot.
Yeah.
So I worked there, and
you worked in a movie store.
Oh yeah! Oh my god! That was like I almost forgot. It was like my easiest job. I worked at a video. It's like Blockbuster basically.
Yeah.
But it was called Rogers Video. Same idea. It was so fantastic. Like just watching movies all day, and then you could take movies home at night to watch because they wanted you to like be up on the latest movies when you talk to the customers, right? So it was fantastic. I wish I could have done that, but they're all gone.
Yeah.
And also didn't pay the bills. So
yeah. What about you guys?
Go ahead.
Sorry. That was another coveted job, though, working in a video store like Randall from Clerks. A job I could not get. But I just wanted
yeah.
I dated a girl who was a manager of Blockbuster, but that was like in my 20s.
Oh, yeah.
She had crazy stories. But yeah, you know what's funny is I worked for Price Chopper, which is one of the big grocery store chains in the Northeast, from like 11th grade until like the day before I left for boot camp in the Navy. Although, well, I did have different jobs. Yeah, I worked at Media Play, which is it's kind of like Borders or Barnes and Noble. It's music, movies, books. Yeah, they even had some toys there.
Media Play was great.
I remember it was right when Jurassic Park came out, and they had this huge like 20-foot, 30-foot hand painted Jurassic Park like dinosaur that they had in the store window. That was
amazing.
But yeah, most of that time was spent at Price Chopper. But I did have. Eric said he worked at, Steve said he worked at McDonald's. I actually worked at Burger King on the weekend, only because my friend Chris worked there, and he's like, "You should work here, and then we can just hang out and bullshit all day." And that's that was the reason that I worked there. And then, sure enough, like he was on one end of the store and I was on the other, and like we hardly ever saw each other or talked. And I was like, "Why do I work here?" Like when I went away to college, I never actually quit. And like when I would come home for like Thanksgiving or Christmas, I would actually call them up and try to get hours since I was home. And
oh, nice.
Yeah. And I don't know if you remember, like in the 90s, there was like all these websites about they found money. Like if you had a paycheck that you never cashed. And I went on one of these websites, and sure enough, I had a paycheck from Burger King that was sitting there for like 2 years.
Oh my God.
Like one of those, I was home for Christmas, worked, and just totally forgot to pick up my paycheck.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh my God.
Well, that's interesting. Like, because now everything's direct deposit. I don't know. I mean, at least here everything's direct deposit. But yeah, back then you used to have to go to the little office wherever you worked, pick up your paycheck, go to the bank, cash it.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember my pay stub was actually like it was paper, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember my first real career job.
Yeah.
I remember them coming by and dropping off every other Friday.
Yeah.
In our mailbox, it would be like, you come in and all the pay stubs would be there. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so weird to think about. Like,
it was such a pain in the ass.
It really was.
No, it's so much easier when it just shows up in your bank.
Oh, I don't know the last time I've been inside a bank, to be honest. It's been, probably a couple of years, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe last time I had to go for like a mortgage or something.
Well, now you can like deposit checks on your phone, everything. You don't even need to go in there.
Yeah.
No.
It is kind of crazy, that stuff. Yeah, taking pictures of your checks and stuff. It's amazing.
So does anybody have any funny stories about a time during their first job where they like made a big oopsie daisy or a mistake or...
Oh my God, how long's the list?
Really? Well, like one that stands out?
Oopsies? I've got like a laundry list of
Really?
oopsies. Oh, yeah, give me a minute.
Oh my gosh, you seem really stressed out.
Oh, I am.
You're like sweating.
They can't fire me from a job I quit
no,
like 20 years ago, right?
Oh, I'm trying to think. Are we talking like just jobs in general?
Well, like when we were younger jobs, not like adult jobs. Like
I mean, like I said, I was a bus driver. I had a car.
Oh yeah,
I had a Range Rover. That was fun.
Boy,
because I was driving
not just any car, a nice car.
For the city, the police had to show up and stuff. Oh yeah, that was interesting.
Oops.
Yeah,
luckily nothing. Like, hey, I'm a teenager driving a bus. What'd you expect?
Well, that was the thing. They didn't even give us a uniform. I'm like, what? Like, yeah, it was such a weird. It was a great job because it paid like good
city
money.
pay.
It was
yeah,
city pay. I mean, but yeah, no, it was definitely not a job for me. But yeah, it was weird because they didn't give us a uniform, so I'd be there like like khakis and a button-up shirt and just driving the bus. And some of the buses too were like older than I was. I remember driving one. It was like it was 70. It was from 1972. Didn't have power steering.
Yeah,
I had to like stand up and like literally like crank the wheel because there's no power steering to it. It was all just your body weight trying to drive that to like the little suburbs. God damn it! It was a fun summer. That was one of an interesting job, but that was probably one of the biggest ones. I remember hitting that. I'm sure, like, you know, at McDonald's, like people dropping stuff on the floors. Actually, when I worked at McDonald's, that was when they still had the pizzas there. That was the one thing I knew I would eat when I would go into the restaurant. Was I'd get pizzas because I knew they were cooked properly.
yeah.
Nick Pizza.
Yeah.
You'd probably just put them in an oven or something, right? And
yeah, they actually had like. Did you guys have the pizzas in McDonald's? Yeah, they actually had like full like pizza. There's a rack of like. There must have been 6 or 7 pizza ovens. Yeah, and you'd throw them. They'd all be pre-frozen. Like just put them right there. They had a whole stack of them. All the restaurants were retrofitted with them, and then they ended up getting rid of them all.
That's whenever you see like those top 10 discontinued McDonald's items, you always I remember. I don't remember seeing a McPizza in the restaurants.
Apparently, it existed, but I don't remember it either.
I mean, I remember
I don't know. It might have been regional.
Do you remember the McRib or the
McSpaghetti?
McJordan. Michael Jordan had his own
spaghetti.
That's we had the
McRib. It shows up once in a while. Like
we had a back like when I remember when I was working there, we had it was before then. It would have been earlier than it would have been a couple years, but they had like the Smokin' Joe Carter.
Oh, Joe Carter, from the Blue Jays.
The Blue Jays, because he hit a home run to win the World Series with the Jays, so they had like the burger for him and stuff like that back then. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What did you tell you? Any mistakes?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, so at Zeller's where I worked, they had one cash till that sold cigarettes, and they would put like 15-year-old kids to sell cigarettes, and it was like you can't sell them until what was it? Is it 19? You had to be to buy cigarettes.
Yeah,
19.
18 or 19? No, it's
18, whatever it is. But so of course, like kids from your school come up to buy to the counter, and I was like a shy, nerdy kid, so I didn't want to be like. I knew they weren't old enough, so I used to sell cigarettes to kids, and I was so lucky that it's not like now where you would have been in trouble right away because they have like cameras and all that stuff. But back
you just
then,
confessed to a crime.
It was a long time ago. It doesn't exist.
It's past the statute of limitations.
But it was crazy. Like they would just let like. I thought it was weird. You had to be 18 or 19 to buy them, but like a 15-year-old could sell them.
Yeah. Well, and that's weird. I expected a 15-year-old to like police that.
Like, no, I wasn't policing it. I was too scared. I was like, oh, okay.
Well, that's like SeaWorld. I wasn't old enough to drink beer, but I was old enough to pour it. They just never taught me. So I had these 2 British people one time that were standing there, and they're like, we'll have 2 beers. And I was pouring the beer, and nothing but foam kept coming out. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just pouring it straight into the glass.
Out of a bottle?
They're like,
or
no, it was
like
out of an
tap?
actual tap.
Oh, wow.
But I had no idea what I was doing, so I went through 3 of them, and finally somebody just came over and they're like, here's how you pour it. And they showed me the proper way to pour a beer.
I know. It's like you're underage kid. And you're like, pouring a beer.
Pressure.
I guess if you were in England, like they started drinking at like 9 there.
That's what I was gonna say. If they're from like the UK, they kind of their cultures look big into pubs and stuff like that. So they probably would have.
Right.
I have a cigarette story kind of like that too, because I worked in the supermarket, and they would have like the supermarket itself would do stings or tests on the cashiers.
Yes.
My first night that they threw me on Express, it was like so stressful. Like somebody, like some kid, like I didn't recognize them. They just like hand me their ID, and like I looked at it, I didn't even like pay attention, and and then 10 minutes later, my boss comes and like takes me off in the back room. He's like, "Oh, that was a store saying if that was the police, you'd be in jail right now." And they sent me home for the night. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
They used to threaten that they did that. I don't know. I was just too scared. I was like, you know what? I'll figure it out. I dreaded when I had to work at that cash because it was way too stressful for me. I was like, I don't want to deal with this like pressure, peer pressure, and like it was awful. I hated it.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, because I remember people going in. I guess kids. I remember in high school, buddies trying to go in and buy cigarettes and stuff like that. And I had sideburns, so they used to try and get me to go buy.
You had sideburns? Oh, that's weird.
Yeah,
he looks old. Sideburns.
Yeah.
But they were like, "You look like you're 19."
Did anybody here work with big wads of cash like as a kid?
No.
I mean, yes, I was a cashier and a bank teller, and it's like as a kid, like you see that much money, and it's just like, it blows your mind. Then as an adult, or like even as an older teenager, like you just have like, you know, thousands of dollars in cash. And,
Yeah.
but it's not your money, so you don't really. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but to me, it was like it never occurred to me to like, you know, like I'm gonna like drool over it, you know, like it's just like, no, this is the store's money, you know. I was actually nervous. I'm like, this is somebody else's money. They really want their money.
Especially obviously back then, like a lot of purchases were cash. So at the end of the night, you'd have your till and you'd have to keep out your float or whatever. But you like, you know, you could have like $3,000-$4,000 of cash.
Oh yeah.
And I remember being so nervous because you were only allowed to be over or under by a certain amount. And like, it was stressful being a kid doing that.
Yeah, I guess a lot of that's disappeared now with like just everyone tapping their debit and stuff like that.
Cash is like a thing of the past.
Well, I always think, you know, sometimes you go to the store and there'll be kids like, you know, they're like a hockey team or a baseball team looking to raise money. It's like, I have no money on me. Like, sorry.
They need like, I'm surprised they don't have the little
do
tap.
now. I've actually seen that. Some of them actually do have like
a Square.
Have, like, Square app or something.
Yeah.
Like, damn it.
So what were your bosses like back then? Like, I guess it depends where you worked, right? Like McDonald's, your boss was probably like 2 years older than you, if not the same age, depending.
Yeah, I remember I had one boss. I always remember this because he was a freaking idiot. It's one of the reasons why I was like, I'm out of here. He was like probably 19.
Yeah.
His whole thing, he thought it was hilarious. He would wear his headset for like to the because we all had to wear headsets so you could hear the drive-through.
Oh yeah.
His whole bit was wearing that to the bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, like a naked gun.
Yeah, that was hilarious. It's like,
hey.
It's like one time, but like every time. It's like, oh my god.
This bit again.
All my bosses were like old ladies, so they liked me because I was like, again, I was nerdy and quiet, so they liked me because I just sort of did what I was told. But you know, they were old ladies. They were like,
yeah.
My bosses. I mean, like when I worked at like the pub, I never saw my boss. So
like a real bud, not even around.
Exactly. Like he was supposed to like be there to like because we're all like kids, like 17, 18 years old, cooking at this pub.
Yeah,
he's supposed to be there for like at least the dinner shift. He would like just take off around 4.
You guys got this under control,
pretty much. And then sure enough, the quality of the food went way down, and we're like, well, we're doing what we can.
Yeah.
So I didn't really see him a whole lot, to be honest. He kind of ditched whatever he could. When I worked at Canadian Tire, though, he was a hardcore boss. Like if that store was not like spick and span by the end of the shift, he lost his mind.
Oh really?
Oh yeah. Strict guy.
Had a little bit of power. He's gonna take
it.
Was he like way old? Like was he older?
Yeah. Well, he was. I want to say he's probably in his mid 40s.
Oh, so
maybe like early 50s.
Yeah. So that was like his career. Like he was like the store.
But at the end of every shift, he would like tidy up the shelves. It was called facing, right? You pull like the product to the front of the shelf.
Yeah.
And if one of the shelves wasn't faced properly, he lost his mind. He'd get on the PA. Call everybody to the center of the store and be like, the store's disgusting. You're all staying late to fix this.
I hate that.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, he was hardcore.
Hate that stuff.
So yeah. Get a little bit of power.
Yeah.
That's funny.
How about you guys? Do you remember any horrible boss stories?
I don't remember a specific boss. I know I had a couple of supervisors at SeaWorld, and they were all older, probably in their late teens, early 20s. They were out of high school. And I remember I had a Mean Girls moment where they would eat lunch behind the restaurant, like in a little area. And I went back there to bring my lunch, and they were like, you can't sit with us.
Oh.
So I had to take my lunch like to the employee cantina, which was like so far away in the Florida heat in my like polyester SeaWorld uniform. So yeah, my bosses were just mean and cliquey at SeaWorld.
Oh,
so.
that's man.
I don't
remember specific names. I've wiped it. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, when I was at the supermarket, like almost all the managers were women, and they all seemed like about the same age as my mom. So like, they all just seemed like my mom's friends or somebody who would be my mom's friend. Like I was always very respectful to them, you know. Yeah. But they were very, I don't know, most of them were pretty nice for the most part. But there was always like that one lady that, God forbid, it was like slow for like 2 seconds. Was like, you know how many customers start cleaning, you know, or you know,
look busy.
Yeah, look busy.
Oh yeah.
What is it if you have
working?
Did you ever see that or hear that Bill Hicks joke? Yeah, he was talking about like his boss is like, make it look like you're working. And he's like, why don't you pretend I'm working? You get paid more than I do. He's like, how about I pretend people are buying stuff? We can close early.
Do you guys have any? Since we all worked sort of in jobs that had customers, do you have any weird customer experiences that you can think of?
Yeah.
I mean, SeaWorld, I feel like you probably have lots. I feel like
SeaWorld too. I imagine like, dealing with lots of tourists and stuff like that. I could imagine that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I learned from a very young age that hospitality wasn't for me. My most vivid memory was there was a man, and I believe he was Japanese, and he came in and his hair was wet. I don't know why it wasn't raining. I guess he was just really sweaty. He had no food, he had no drink, but he came in and he was just yelling at me in Japanese.
Oh.
And he wanted something, and I didn't know what it was. Like, if he had a food item, I just would have replaced it, but I couldn't. So I have stories like that, like cultural.
For all
barriers.
You're doing a great job.
Yeah, he seemed kind of mad. Just and yeah, English people, European people, like it be a million degrees outside. They do not. Do you guys have ice in your soft drinks in Canada? Do you like to have ice in your drinks? Europeans don't. Yeah. It's hot outside, but they don't want ice. So they'll see like the pre-made icy drinks, and they're like, "No, I'll take the one without ice in it." So just like little quirks like that all day long. Yeah, you learn.
So especially that down there in the Florida heat, you think you'd be dying for a nice ice cold pop. Or
keep the drinks cold, right?
Yeah.
Instead, it's giving you lukewarm soda. Apparently, that's much more.
Yeah, although some people I know, you're I'm not paying for the ice. Right? You're trying to screw me out of money.
Dilute my drink.
Trying to dilute my drink here. You're trying to. People get weird about that.
I can see if you're ordering whiskey or something, but
or something, A
$2
I feel like did you have any crazy customers in the video store? Like, where's my copy of Titanic?
Not really crazy, but more like awkward moments, right? In the video store. Because one of the things in the video store was when someone came up to the front cash, you had to read the movie they were going to rent back to them just to confirm like a verbal confirmation this is what they're going to rent. Someone brought like, let's say like
adult
title to the front desk and to read it back to them out loud.
A little baby blue movie.
Yeah, exactly. So it'd be like, Wild Girl Night or whatever thing, like Girls Gone Wild or something, right? You read that out loud in front of everybody, and then this person have to be like, yes, that's what I want to rent. A lot of red faces.
Was your store like a real, like, was it like Blockbuster, or was it like a mom and pop where they had like, because I remember like Blockbuster had what they would call outrageous comedies, and it was like the stuff that would be on Cinemax at like 2 a.m, and it was just like softcore stuff.
It couldn't have been Blockbuster. They would not rent that stuff out. It had to have been something else, right?
Yeah, like there's stores that had like the beads or like
curtains. Yeah. Don't pass the curtain.
So Rogers was a chain all across Ontario. So it was actually a chain, not a mom and pop place, but they did have like adult videos in it.
So like,
had like adult material, right?
Yeah, with
was it behind a curtain?
So behind a curtain in the back.
Was it really?
Yeah,
oh, wow.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I thought that was just like the little like you mom and pop video stores.
No.
The little like.
Wow, yeah. I know
I mean, I don't know how hardcore it was. It was like a lot of the Playboy titles, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah. Because I remember the Rogers video in our city definitely didn't have that, but the mom and pop ones definitely had that, like, oh, there's that curtain. It's like, what's back there?
It was in Hamilton. It's a little blue.
Ours had the curtain. I was obsessed with it when I was a kid. My mom was like, don't look back there.
And I feel like by having a curtain, it just attracts kids more. Like,
No, they make it all mysterious and like some, and people going in and out. It's like, just
don't look behind that curtain of mystery.
Yeah, exactly.
It's to me, there's Narnia back there.
We could probably do a whole separate podcast just on renting VHS tapes, but I don't know how it was up there or even down here, but like the store that I worked at, the whole chain, they had, this is in the 80s and the 90s, you would go to the video store, or you would go to the grocery store, and while you were there, they had their own video store inside the grocery store. It was a pretty big, not as big as Blockbuster, but fairly. They would have everything that was brand new, and there was always a waiting list of all the cashiers trying to switch from front end to work in the video store. And they only carried like mainstream stuff, but
we didn't have. At least where I grew up, we definitely didn't.
Some of our convenience stores would.
The convenience stores did. They had some that they had like remember those red box you could like go.
It was like a video store vending machine.
Like a vending machine. They had some of those in grocery stores, but not like an actual video store. At least not where I grew up.
Some of our convenience stores had a video section.
Oh, I used to always go to the convenience and video store because it had that. I remember the one I used to go to as a kid. It had those, but then it also had like playing cards. Like they actually sold like hockey cards or like.
Oh yeah.
It kind of had like everything in there.
Yeah. That's so funny thinking back to all this stuff that you just forget about until you start talking about it.
I'm having like cringe again with these moments, remembering this stuff.
I got a pretty funny but gross story. So like here in Florida, it's one of the few U.S. states, at least on the East Coast, that I don't know. You see like on the side of the Pepsi or Coke, it'll say like all the states like 5 cents, So you bring this can or bottle back to the store, and they give you 5 cents for it. Although you actually pay that when you buy it. Most people don't know that. And in New York, like, so the store I worked at, they had like that's where people would bring like huge garbage bags full of bottles and cans. And like when I first started working there, it was very old. Like you would just put them into like this. It was like a trash chute almost, and would go down. You would hear it like crumple the can or the bottle. And I remember once like they had like a 2 liter of soda, and if there was like a dead mouse or something in there, and I didn't realize it until it got down, and like all of a sudden like blood sprays out everywhere. It was so gross. And
oh my god.
The area I worked in, like if you just went right around the corner, it was very low income. So we had like a lot of hobos and drunks and people, crackheads and stuff who were just bringing back as many bottles and cans as they could just to get those nickels.
How do you get a dead mouse into a bottle?
I don't know. It was like split in half or something.
I'm not even mad. I'm just impressed.
That also reminds me of you guys ever seen
they went to machines where you could just people could do it themselves, but we had one of my jobs was I had to like empty the machine out. I was constantly cutting myself. I think I still have scars on my hands from glass bottles.
Did you get a tetanus shot?
Yeah, I remember going to the ER like twice, and I remember like getting paid out from work, like, and they gave me like a workers' comp check. I'm like, man, I got all this money for getting hurt. Oh, this is awesome.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we do that up here with all our liquor bottles and beer bottles.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's people that will go around because we obviously have like the blue box for recycling, and there's people that will go around neighborhoods and like every garbage day and go through everyone's recycling and try and take all the anything that's returnable, because they'll do the same thing. Here it's a little different. We actually have like because our beer store, liquor stores are run by the government. So like the beer store, that's where they take all the empties. So you can take your bags there and they'll just cash them and give you the money for them right there. So you go by there, you'll see like a lot of shopping carts and
a lot
people
of
taking all their empties there and stuff for money.
But now a lot of like sports teams will use it as like they'll put flyers in your mailbox and say, hey, we're coming around on this day. If you have stuff, we're collecting it to fundraise for our soccer tournament or something like that.
Yeah, they'll try and raise money for like the local like mini
TV
soccer.
We got to do that in Cub Scouts. We would go knock on doors. We'd be like, got any empties that we can take back?
I have a coworker that collects toilet paper rolls. I don't know why.
Really?
Her kid gets something for her club for them.
Oh, that's interesting.
Toilet paper rolls. It's weird.
I'd never heard that.
Makes no sense to me.
So I'm going to ask a little bit of I don't know what the topic is, but do you guys think that kids today miss out on the type of job experiences we had as kids? Just obviously it's a different time. It's a different, I don't even know, like a lot of the jobs that we maybe had back then, I mean, they exist, but they exist differently.
Well, because I think honestly, one of the biggest things, like now it's adults doing those jobs, which is probably not a great sign of the way things are going.
Yeah.
But like what we would do is like working as a cook at McDonald's as a kid.
Yeah.
That's now somebody, like there's a lot of people that do that full time, like adults.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing I find. Like you don't see a lot of kids in stores anymore because it's 25, 30.
No, it's true. It's been a big change up here for the last like 25 years for sure.
Yeah. So that's why it's good that the minimum wage has gone up, but it's because like people are actually working 40, 50 hours a week doing this to live off of. It's not a student doing it to buy a guitar for fun over the summer. It's like,
well, I also feel it might be different too, because, and I could be wrong, like none of us have kids, so I don't know. But I mean, I also feel like, like my mom telling me, hey, if you want to go buy stuff, you have to get a job. So I did. Whereas nowadays I feel like kids don't necessarily need to get that. Like, not all cases, but I'm just saying what I've seen, like parents pay their cell phone. Parents will give them an allowance. Parents give them money. Do you know what I mean?
See that a lot from people I know, whether nieces and nephews or even friends and stuff. Not all of them, but definitely I do see that. It's like, well, we got to add another cell phone to the family bill now because little Johnny's now cell phone. So it's like, well, Johnny's not paying for that cell phone, but yes, I do see that too.
I don't know.
You know what it is? It's what's different is kids are learning so much more advanced stuff at a younger age. Like they're learning how to code and learning how to edit videos, like in maybe not 5th grade, but like middle school, high school.
Yeah,
because I know people who's like teenagers like build websites on the weekends for fun, or like develop apps, or just write code, and it's like a lot of stuff. Like I think there's gonna be a huge college bubble bursting in the next 10 years or so, because so many
Yeah.
people are like so self-taught now.
Mhm.
So you don't need to go to college. Like you can learn everything you want to know on YouTube, or I
Yeah.
mean, unless you're gonna
Yeah.
be a doctor or something like that. But
Well,
Yeah.
and
There
the
are
jobs,
something, yeah.
the jobs we had don't necessarily exist anymore. Like I said, I wanted to work in a movie theater. That's digital. I don't even think anybody has to go up there. You don't have to buy a ticket from a human anymore. You buy it from a machine. So like the movie theater only hires like a few people to work concessions.
yeah,
Like you said, fast food down here, it's people in their 20s, 30s, older.
Mhm.
I don't really see a lot of teenagers working at all. So I think they're just having to maybe do the social media thing. Maybe that's how they're making it. Or like you said, they're just getting it paid.
I know teenage
Yeah.
girls just shaking their booty on OnlyFans. Well, maybe not OnlyFans,
Yeah,
but TikTok
yeah.
and getting that ad revenue.
They work at Crumble
Yeah.
Cookie. Do you have Crumble Cookie up there? It's like a
Yeah.
cookie place.
Yeah,
I see them
yeah,
at
we
Crumble
do.
Cookie.
Yeah,
If you're a teenager,
Yeah.
you work at Crumble Cookie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but it's true though. Yeah, but I've even seen that on some like local Facebook groups I'm on, where people post being like, "Hey, my kid's trying to get a job for the summer. Like,
Where can they go?
Who's
Yeah.
hiring like 16-year-old kids?" And you know,
Yeah.
and a lot of it's easy to be like, "Oh, kids nowadays." Well, but I'm not sure, and I get it too, because they see, hey, I can stay online. I can just stay at home and do stuff online. Do I want to go? Like I did, like literally, it would be like I'm pulling weeds all day in the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do I want to do that? It's like, fuck no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go, and I'd rather stay at home and work on my computer too, right? So it's like sometimes it's jobs too. It's like,
Yeah.
there was some of that maybe.
Some of the jobs might not be worth keeping around.
Or it's just it's hard work. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
In
don't
Florida,
have to, right?
Yeah.
Like,
in Florida,
it's
you
like,
can lifeguard if you're a really great swimmer. That's a
Yeah.
teenage job.
that's
Yeah.
still
Pretty
something.
limited.
Actually, that's a good point. Lifeguard seems to always be
Yeah.
kids. I guess
Yep.
I don't know. Like, would it be weird to have like 30-year-old lifeguards because there's always like little kids?
I don't think
around
it's
and stuff
weird.
like
I
that,
think
or
it's
no?
just it's because it's like very part-time work, right?
Well,
so
that's-
it's like
yeah.
here
Time
like we
working.
have like here we have it's teenagers that when the kids do swimming lessons it's teenage lifeguards, or the summer pool it's teenage lifeguards.
Yeah.
and
Even
stuff
that
like
was
that.
actually I did.
But in Florida, I'm guessing that it's the ocean they're dealing with.
Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean that's way different.
The one thing
Oh,
I
yeah.
did is I never actually did it all the way through, but I was almost going to become a summer camp counselor.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I did they call it LIT, leader in training, where you kind of go and like I don't remember if we got paid for it, but you kind of learn how to do I don't know what you had to learn, but like you kind of like help out with the camp counselors. But that was a job I remember, like people being summer counselors too.
Yeah.
That was something that I remember a lot of teenagers doing. Because
Mhm.
you get jobs to the city there and go up to like whatever park and you have your fake counselor name and stuff like that. But I assume that's still a thing.
Yeah, it's an AI proof job.
Yeah.
Technology proof.
Yeah,
Lifeguarding,
exactly.
camp counselor, anything
Yeah.
like that should be good.
I
Yeah,
can
that's true too. AI is not going to steal that, hopefully.
Right.
I had a question for the panel. I don't know if Kelly has this on her list, but how would
Sure.
you react if you had to work one of your jobs from a kid today? Like just like
Oh.
everything went out the window. All of a sudden, you got to work at McDonald's or the movie theater or wherever again. Like I think I can handle it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like being a cashier in a department store. Yeah, it's annoying, but
Honestly,
I think I could do it.
some days, yeah, with the BS I put up and then the corporate office life.
Yeah.
Sometimes going back, my only headache is trying to get out the Big Mac. It doesn't sound so bad.
Yeah.
Could I handle standing on my feet for 12 hours a day or something like that? That the body may not be able to do it anymore, but I think my mind might enjoy just the focusing on not having to deal with the Teams meetings and the Teams pinging and emails and all that stuff, having to not deal with and just have to focus on
Yeah.
just doing that. I think I could do that, but I don't know if I could physically do it anymore. Standing and running around a kitchen for 8 hours a day.
Not easy.
That would probably break me, I think.
Yeah, same. Like if I could work at Rogers Video again, I think that'd be like super nice in some ways because it's a super laid back job. The promotions I could probably do without. Like when I worked there, the first Harry Potter movie came out on DVD, and they made us dress up like Harry Potter. So we had to wear. They gave us little fake lightning tattoos we had to put on our forehead and glasses.
Do you have any pictures of that?
No.
Oh.
That'd be awesome.
I bet you
So
know-
now is like
You're a wizard, Harry.
now I'm in my 40s. Could I do that? I don't know.
It would
those
probably be
costumes would be
weirder.
collector's items now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you had like the cutout and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, I think I would 100% go back and do what I did as a teenager
How
if
about-
I could.
What about you guys? Would you be willing to go back to SeaWorld?
I mean, I could go back to Roger's video with you. We could do that. But
There we go.
yeah, I'm a
We can both do
corporate
the Harry Potter
person.
effects.
Well,
I sit like 40 hours a week now in an office. I don't think my back could handle that. Doing
That's
that all
something.
day.
Yeah, the same thing. I'm used to being at a desk all day.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I could do it because the job that I'm what they call a gig worker. Like I do like Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Instacart, Walmart, Spark. I'm basically customer service retail as it is.
Yeah.
I interact with customers mostly through text messages. I don't really see them face to face that much, but yeah, I feel and also like being an adult with 20, 30 years of hindsight, knowing like how to actually treat customers. Like as a kid, you don't know. It's like you're just like so annoyed. You're just like, oh, I still have 3 more hours to go. It's like, what is this?
Yes. Felt like forever.
I know not to do that.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's what we'll be talking about on our next episode.
You don't have agency when you're a kid either. Like you don't really know how to stand up for yourself. So I'm sure you could probably deal with bad managers and stuff like that a lot easier. I could now than when I was 17 years old.
I wouldn't sell cigarettes to teenagers. That I would not do now.
Do kids even smoke anymore? That's
I don't know.
So hidden away.
Vape, I guess.
I think now you're supposed to ID if anybody looks under 30.
Yeah.
That's what the rule is.
That's what our rule is up here now.
Oh, even it's been a long time. But even at the liquor store, I remember it's the same thing. They would be like, we ID under 25.
Look, for the longest time, that's how I knew when my license was expiring, because they would ask me for my ID at the liquor store and they'd be like, oh, your license is expiring next month. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Now they don't ask me for my ID.
No, they've asked me for my ID in a long time.
No, now they're just like, really? Like, yeah, you're looking like, yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, at Walmart to buy wine, you've got to, it'll like trigger them to come over there and they just push a button that says that, do they look over 40? And they always say yes. And I'm like, excuse me.
They don't you couldn't even, not even hesitation, buddy? It's like, you couldn't even feign some sort of, it's like, thanks.
Not even pretending.
I once had a full,
you know what, maybe get another bottle while you're at it.
Gray and white. And this lady carded me and I was just like, you think any teenagers have a beard like this white?
I'm the same thing. I'm like, look at me, man. Like, I'm not 19. Yeah, exactly. Like,
although it does get like when somebody buys alcohol and I have to deliver it to them, it doesn't matter how old they are. I've delivered to like 90-year-olds. You still have to actually scan their license with the app.
Yeah.
Just so there's like a record of it.
Yeah.
But there's no way like in retail, you can just hit, like you said, like just push a button. Yeah, they're old enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you guys, so this is kind of going back to an earlier conversation, but do you guys remember what you bought? It may not have been your first paycheck, but what's one thing that you bought with your own money when you first had it that you remember? Like, obviously yours guitar.
Well, that
you bought the guitar.
That and on the Weezer Blue album.
Weezer Blue album.
That remembers that was later on, but for some reason that always stands out as like that. To me, that reason that one stands out to me because that was the first CD I ever bought. That's why that one always, because I could only find it on tape. I'm like, no, I got a new CD player. I had to get it on CD.
I think it was NHL PA 94 for my Super Nintendo. Yeah, hockey game for my
good game. NHL 94.
Or was 93? 93, 94, one of the two. But it was a hockey game. But like back then, Super Nintendo games cost like $90.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was like, that's a lot of money.
Back then, oh yeah,
they were not cheap. Yeah.
I bought a pack of lip smackers. I always wanted lip smackers lip gloss, and my mom was like, no, I'm not buying those for you, so I bought lip smackers lip gloss. It's exciting, okay?
I don't
remember any one specific thing. I just remember, just like I said before, like comics, video games, CDs. But the only other thing like I remember is I would buy my own cookies and crackers and potato chips and stuff, and just so I would keep it in my room so my brother and sister wouldn't eat it.
Yes.
Smart. Mine were, I went to Sunglasses Hut, which is a sunglasses store in the mall.
Yeah.
And I bought like an $85 pair of these. They're so ugly, like Stussy sunglasses. That.
Turn the brightness down.
Oh, it's too bright.
Yeah, turn the brightness down.
I can't. Anyway, just trust me. They were great. They're hideous, but I mean, I thought I was so cool. They were in that summer. That's my first purchase that I remember.
I also remember going to around the corner from my high school was a Pizza Hut, and they had a Pizza Hut lunch buffet, and I went there with my friends for the first time and bought my.
Oh, I missed the Pizza Hut.
Oh, that was so good. The buffet.
It used to be $5.99.
Yes.
No, $4.99. $5.
Yeah, the good old. I missed the Pizza Hut buffet, man. That was good.
Yeah.
Pretty much all of our Pizza Huts are like Pizza Hut Express now.
Yeah.
There's no dining.
After COVID, they all shut down the in-store dining.
Ours are the same way. I missed that buffet.
Did you
Though.
guys
That
have
was
the
so
Pizza
good.
Hut buffet? Was that a thing down there, the Pizza Hut buffet too?
We had it. It was only available for lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lunchtime thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's actually
that was so
one
good.
restaurant not too far from here that still has it.
Oh, really? Wow. There
Where
was
are you
one
going?
here.
I think it's in Newberry or Orange City.
There's a Pizza Hut with a lunch
You guys
buffet.
need
We're
to
not
go.
Oh, man.
Maybe we can do that
There
after
was
this.
one here,
We
but
should
after
do it
COVID, it shut down.
Well, I think it's dinner time now, so we missed the window.
We'll go and let you know. We'll film it.
Oh man.
Pizza is just like slightly over frozen quality.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's so greasy. It just slides right through you.
Yeah.
Not the same. Definitely not the same.
All right. We can finish off on an insightful, deep question.
We're going deep. All right.
I make them nervous when I say that.
Yeah.
I'm always getting nervous.
It's not
now.
that bad. But looking back now, what did those first jobs teach us? Like, we may not think about it, but if you really think about it, like, what did they teach you that you kind of still carry with you? Or
McDonald's made me the man I am today.
you know what I mean? Like, skill, just
Yeah. Oh Christ. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think I have a pretty good work ethic. I think I learned a lot of that from because most of these jobs you had to work pretty hard and stuff like that. So I think work ethic, dealing with people, that was a big thing too. I
mean, mine was probably just like responsibility and sort of work ethic.
Yeah.
Like, I remember being sick one day. My mom's like, well, you got to call them and tell them you're sick. And I was like, no, I don't want to. She's like, well, then you got to go to work. You got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, my parents were great, but they were very much like, we're not coddling you. You got to figure it out. You got to do it. You have a job. So definitely like that, like work ethic and just being responsible. Like, even to this day, I feel bad if I have to call in sick.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but like, you feel guilty, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess I said the value of a dollar maybe because
Yeah.
when you're working and you're like, you're not earning a lot, like if you feel it a lot more when you spend the money you make, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I'm like that right now. Like, whenever I see something in the store, like I look at the price and just think of how long it's going to take me, like how long it would take me to work to make the money to pay for that, even if it's like a candy bar or something.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I would say mine. I learned. I would say like endurance, like putting up with people's bullshit, because I joined the Navy when I was 24, and by then I had already worked a good 7-8 years. But I was in there with like teenagers that like just graduated high school like the day before, and they never, like all of a sudden they're getting screamed at, and I was like, I mean, it was no walk in the park, but it wasn't as bad. So yeah, work ethic.
Ethic.
It's not whiskey.
I was gonna say ethic. Go ahead, Chris.
For me, it's each person's valuable because if one person calls out sick, that means everybody has to work that other person's job. And like you said, like the job I have now, if I call out sick, it's like an issue for a lot of people at the company. So I learned that, I think, from a young age. It's just that one person makes a difference.
I almost called out
for
sick
sure.
my
And I
first
think
day at work.
I think I have.
My first day at the supermarket, I had
that.
this wicked sore throat, and I was like, "Mom, I don't want to go to work." She's like, "No, you have to. It's your first day. How bad can it look if you call out sick your first day?" So yeah, endurance.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, that's just, and I think that, and again, I'm just going based on experience of people in my real life or what I hear and stuff, but that's sort of what I feel like kids, not all kids, but a lot of kids and teenagers now, they just don't have those life skills that we were sort of just taught. Like, I mean, if you think about it, like I said, like I was 15 years old, just 15, grade 9 or maybe going into grade 10, and I was in charge of selling cigarettes. Like, it's so weird when you think about it, right? But nowadays it would just never be, right? Like that would just not be a thing.
Oh, your mom would be calling the store, but like, why are you letting my kids sell cigarettes?
It's weird. And I mean, I know it's different times and things change and progress, but it's just, I mean, it's just, it's weird.
Yeah. No, it's changed a lot of, look at the way the work landscape has changed a lot in the last, 25 years or whatever. Like, it's really a different
landscape.
So many different ways. Yeah.
It is different.
Sure.
I mean, I can't imagine my mother calling my boss to yell at them for something that they said to me. But I've heard like parents nowadays, which I guess are our generation and millennials, will yell at their kids' boss if they do anything. So they're probably just reluctant to hire these kids at all nowadays, honestly.
I heard this story, and I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming it's somewhat accurate, but like parents were going to job interviews with their kids.
Oh God.
Like,
Could you imagine?
I imagine being the interviewer, be like, what?
Yeah.
Which one am I hiring? Like the parent of the kid?
Yeah, no,
Like it's so crazy to me. Like my mom would never. Like I said, my mom was great, but like I was not coddled as a
How
kid.
as a parent think that's in any way, shape, or form a good idea? Like that's
I don't
like
know.
Yeah.
the kids are kids, they're dumb, but a parent, like, how do you
I can
possibly
see
think
they're waiting in
like,
the
this is
waiting
not
room,
good.
but do they actually go into the interview with him?
I don't know. I mean, I've heard all these different things and read articles about it, but apparently
You remember that Tom Hanks movie, Big, where the kid tries to go into the job interview with them?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just hard
But that
to
was a
imagine.
joke. Now it's really happening.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, the
just
role to
it's so
reverse it.
weird. It's so crazy though, because like I said, a lot of this stuff I never thought about until we started talking about it. But like, I could just, it's weird.
No,
It
yeah,
brings
it's-
back a lot of.
But you kind of forget about all. Now looking back, I'm thinking about all the different jobs I had and stuff like that, all through like high school and college and stuff like that. And some good, some bad, some terrible, and everything in between. But
Yeah.
you kind of learn something from each one, and it was some were fun at the time, some were horrible.
Yeah, that was a fun discussion.
Yeah, that was cool. That was a good walk down memory lane. Talking all the Gen X jobs,
Yeah.
our first jobs. Yeah, that was good.
And you guys listening, stay tuned because we have a
follow-up.
A follow-up to this podcast.
That's right. This is going to be live on our channel, and then we're going to stop recording, and we're going to jump over to Chad and Christina's Retro Nostalgia podcast, and we're going to talk about the movie Clerks, which ties in perfectly
With
to
first
employment,
jobs.
Gen X's, and jobs. So we're going to do that. So I think we're going to wrap up here for the day.
Yeah, well, we thank you guys both for joining us on the podcast.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
for
thanks.
that.
All right, guys, that's the end of today's podcast. We thank you so very much for joining us, and we will see you in the next one. Bye,
Take care,
guys.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.